parading his nuclear arsenal this past weekend, showing off to the world what Russia is capable of before he launched his full-scale invasion into Ukraine, is, unnerving on its own terms, as it's meant to be. But those exercises took on new meaning when Putin just went ahead and said it, when he offered a thinly veiled threat that if any nation dared to try to stop him from invading Ukraine, they would be met with the threat of nuclear war. He said any nation that attempts to interfere with his invasion would be met with consequences they have never seen. And he described Russia as a nuclear-armed nation and said that Russia has advanced weaponry that no other nation has. As the situation in Ukraine continues to devolve, there are a few nuclear components of this crisis to be aware of. The first, of course, is that threat from Vladimir Putin. Seeing this kind of behavior and this kind of aggressive behavior and this kind of nuclear-specific rhetoric from the man who is, after all, in control of the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons in the entire world. As a world, we kind of freak out about the prospect of Iran having a nuclear weapon or North Korea having a nuclear weapon because, boy, those guys are crazy, and what would they do with it if they had a nuclear weapon to use? Well, here's a guy who has 6,000 nuclear weapons, who started multiple wars in recent years, including the largest land war in Europe since World War II, completely unprovoked. Talking about how he's invented some mythical history in which he believes he deserves nearby nations, that they don't really count as countries, that really they're his. And by the way, his nuclear weapons can back up all his threats.